Hi all. Yes, so we are back again with a new chapter, and so last session we saw how to practically do a Google Display campaign, right? So we saw as to how to set up a campaign for Google Display campaign, and I promised you that I will be taking bidding types of bidding in a totally different chapter, because if I would have taken that as a subtopic when I was doing the campaign practically, then you all could have been confused. So, like I promised, I am back with this chapter, which will be focusing totally on types of bids. What kind of bidding that you can do for your campaigns, right? Yeah. So, in simple terms, what is a bid basically? Bidding is nothing but the amount that you pay Google Ads, and you tell Google as to what kind of results that you expect Google to really perform for you, right? Okay, so let me now jump into my Google Ad account, right? Okay, Google Ads. Okay, it's already signed in. So I just need to select my ad account, Google Ad account. Okay. Then I'll just open a campaign basically. I'll not set up a campaign because we already set two campaigns practically, right? One was search campaign, one was display campaign. So I'm not going to set up a campaign, but I'm only going to focus on the types of bids, right? So but for that I need to get in the campaign. You call it a mock campaign, whatever. Okay. Okay. So let me choose, for example, leads. Okay, as my goal, and okay, search is what I'm going to do. And then, okay, sorry. Say I again want to have phone calls. Uh, you know. So basically, I want people to call me. Okay, in my business. In my business phone call, business phone number. Okay, just start a new something new. I'll not do any campaign here. I'll straight away jump to the, because all these things were already done in the search and display campaign, right? So I'll straight away jump to the types of bidding. Okay. Okay. So when I do this, okay. Now as you can see, like I told you in the last campaign also, there are two types of bids basically. One is automated bid strategies, and one is manual bid strategy. Okay. Now on an automated bid strategy, you will have target CPA, target ROS, maximize clicks, okay, maximize conversions, okay, and target impression share basically. So what is target CPA? So basically, target CPA is the way of getting the most conversions possible while reaching your average cost per action. Okay. Uh, Now, like I told you already, told you, conversion is again going to be a different chapter. But again, I need to just tell you as what conversion means. A conversion action is nothing but the way you define. So basically, you define what a conversion means to you. Okay, conversion is nothing but the action that you want Google to take. You know that you define to Google. You tell Google that this is what I mean. I mean. to be one conversion for me. So for you, for example, one conversion could be somebody the people who calls on your not only calls on your phone number, but he sticks to the call for at least 30 seconds, for example. So only when somebody calls your phone number and talks to you, I mean, is on the phone for at least 30 seconds will be one conversion. Okay. Now, for somebody who has called you less than 30 seconds, will not be a conversion for you, right? Now, target CPA is the amount that you are willing to pay Google to get that one action, to get that one conversion, basically. So when I click on target CPA, okay, so before that I need to have a daily budget. Say I've given 500 rupees, just like that. Okay, now one more important thing is that you need to understand that target CPA obviously by default will be less than 500 rupees because uh, here you're talking about 500 rupees as being your daily budget. So obviously your target CPA has to be less than your daily budget of 500 rupees. That's logic. But anyway, I mean target CPA is anyway not going to be that high. But at times what happens, it is possible that certain target CPA, you have to maintain a bigger amount. At times your conversion rate for a target CPA is quite high. So during that time you have to maintain a budget in equal terms, right? So that is also important. That's something that you also need to understand. Now, target CPA is something that you can determine if you have done enough campaigns, right? If you have done enough campaigns, then you have got the experience of knowing as to what could be your average target CPA, right? And with experience, you'll come to know as to what target CPA you could set basically. So that will come with experience of the campaign. For example, if you're doing a totally new campaign for a totally new product, you obviously don't have any background with product, so it will be difficult for you to set a target CPA. So generally what happens when you're doing a campaign, you don't start with a target CPA because target CPA is something that you do for conversions. But you do not do a target CPA straight away. You first start with a manual CPC. Okay, so this is the manual CPC. That's what when you actually start with a fresh campaign for a fresh product and services, because that's when you do manual CPC, you actually come to know as to what could be your cost per click, and then accordingly you can estimate as to what could be the target CPA. Then only you straight away don't go to conversions directly. Basically, you first do manual CPC. Manual CPC is not pertaining to conversion, so to say. Manual CPC is basically how much you are paying per click, basically. Okay. Uh, but in automated bid strategies, you will have all this conversion, bidding strategies, target CPA, target ROS, then maximize conversions. Of course, that's part of the target CPA only. So target CPA, target ROS, they're all conversion-based bidding strategies. Okay. Now in this target CPA, what happens is that if suppose I can put 40 rupees, right? So when I'm saying putting 40 rupees as my target CPA, target cost per action means my one conversion is should be around 40 rupees. That's what I'm telling Google, and Google will try to optimize the campaign according to that. Okay, and so that's what target CPA is all about. And target ROS. Okay, now what is target ROS? Target ROS is target return on ad spend. So as it says, your bid strategy is how you optimize bids to meet your advertising goals. Automated bid strategies are set. Uh, okay. Okay. So yeah. So this is the definition. With target ROS, Google Ads automatically sets bids to help get as much conversion value as possible as the target return on ad spend. Okay. Now, uh, for example, if you want to have, as an example, if you want to have 5 rupees as your return on your ad spend on 1 rupee, that means 500% of profit you want, right? I mean 500% more return you want on your ad spend. So for each rupee of ad that you spend, you want 5 rupees in return in terms of your business through Google Ads. So that means what does that mean? That means you want 500% return on your ad spend. So in that case, what you do is that you put 500%. Okay, so basically you're telling Google that I want 5 times returns on the ad that I'm spending. According to that, Google is going to optimize your ads, optimize your campaign, right? So likewise, if I say Google that I want 200%, so that means in simple terms, for each rupee that I spend on Google ads, I want 2 rupees in return. So return on ad spend. So that's what it means, right? And if just I want it to be break even, then it doesn't matter. But here I want 200% means double the amount that I spend on my Google ads should be my return, right? So that's target ROS. The maximize clicks is quite easy to understand. Maximize clicks means I am giving Google X amount of money, and I'm telling Google that Google, uh, you give me the maximum clicks that you can basically you can give. So I'm basically telling Google that you do whatever best you can do. This is the amount I'm giving. You just give me the maximum number of clicks. And here I'm not putting any conversion action here, right? It's just about getting the maximum clicks as much as possible. Okay. Then target impression share is used for building a brand. So what I mean to say by building a brand is that, for example, if you want to outrank your competitor in a Google search, okay, in terms of impressions. So when is it you're going to outrank your competitors in Google search? It's only when you get more impressions, right? For example, I've got a sporting goods online company called Google Nova Sports, right? Now, Nova Sports, for example, is competing with somebody, in equal terms in Bangalore with say XYZ company. Now, if I want to outrank XYZ company, what will I do? What I have to do is that I need to have more impressions, so that my I outrank and come on top of SERP, so that whenever somebody search on Google, my ad should come before the others. So here it's not about clicks. Here it's about just being there, on top of somebody else. So basically, I want to have more share of the impressions that Google gives. So what happens is that, so that's target impression share, right? So anywhere on results page means I'm not bothered about where in SERP I'm going to be there. So that means now, for example, percent impression share on target. So meaning percent impression share target is how often you want to actually appear in the search page area you select when other people search for keywords. So if I want 50%, then I have to put 50%. So 50% means I want 50% of the times when I want, to be there basically. Okay. And if I want to be right on top of results page, which is say in the first 4, say, then I have to select top of results page, okay, in the SERP basically. And it depends on what kind of percentage I want to be there. Then it could be 10, it could be 60 also, it could be 40 also, right? So like that. And then if I want to select absolute top of results page means, that means I want to be right on top, okay? And if I want to be there 100%, every time I want to be there, meaning I have to select 100%. Of course, the money will also go up accordingly. So that's how you basically outrank your competitor by choosing this bidding strategy called target impression share. So all these are part of your automated bidding strategies. Okay. Now, next is, as you can see, this is manual CPC. Manual CPC. So manual CPC is basically wherein you're just paying for the clicks, and you yourself manually bid. So all this while what happened, Google automatically bid for you, right? You just give the amount and Google will bid for you. But here you have to manually bid, uh, bid for the clicks, for the bids basically, and accordingly, you have to keep a track of the campaign also accordingly. Okay. The enhanced CPC is basically wherein you want it's just one step above manual CPC. So enhanced cost per click can help you get more conversions from manual bidding. eCPC works by raising your max CPC bids for clicks that seem more likely to lead to conversion than lowering your max CPC bids for clicks that seem less likely to convert. Okay, so if you want, but so manual CPC directly doesn't, it's not a conversion bidding strategy, so to say. But if you want a conversion bidding strategy, even within manual CPC, then you select enhanced CPC. Okay, and okay, now if I select manual CPC, what happens is that I have to bid my and then go to the next page. Okay, and what will happen is that now, as you can see, this ad group. So this is where I have to bid. Say, for example, if I say, okay, my CPC is if I want it to 2 rupees. Okay, so this is how I have to manually bid for it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that's about manual CPC. Okay. So basically, what happens is that there are two sets of bidding strategy, like we saw. One is automated bid strategy. Under that, you've got target CPA, right? Target, in other words, target cost per acquisition, cost per action, right? And then you also have got target ROS, that is target return on ad spend. Then you also got something called maximize clicks, and then you've got something called manual CPC, which is where you do it manually. It's not an automated bidding strategy, so to say. You have to manually bid for it, and then even in that manual CPC, you can have an enhanced CPC if you are doing a conversion ad. Okay, so basically, when you're doing a conversion ad, you should obviously by default opt for one of the automated bidding strategies like your which has target CPA, right? Which has something like your target ROS. So those are kind of so target CPA is basically a conversion metrics basically. Okay. So wherein you tell Google that this is what one conversion means to you, and then you have to accordingly optimize, according to the CPA that I am offering. Say if my target CPA I said it is 40 rupees, I tell Google that 40 rupees is what you should optimize and give me conversions. So yeah, so that's about um, bidding strategy. I mean, different types of bidding. Okay, and yeah. So okay, one more thing that I can show you is if I go to say for example, if I go to my keywords. Okay. Okay. So here, okay. So what happens is that when I here, as you can see in this keywords with these campaigns, for example, in Vibes Estate, as you can see, I've got different. These are the keywords, right? So agricultural land, Bangalore, Vibes Estates. Under this, I had this keyword, and again under the same campaign, same ad group, I had this keyword. So this keyword, right? And then what happens is that I have. It's very important when I do a manual CPC. I need to keep a track of how the campaign is performing. Okay, and then according to that, I basically keep it. After keeping a track of it, I also control the kind of bids that I am doing for different keywords. Now, for example, if this agricultural land Bangalore is not giving me good results. Okay, for example, if it's not giving me good results, then what I do is that it is just an example. You have to see the columns, and if you see that it's not giving you clicks, it's not giving you not conversions, not giving enough impressions, its CTA is bad, for example, click-through rate, CTR is bad. Then what you can do is that you can, for example, if this keyword is not up to the mark, then I can either pause it. I can pause it, or if suppose if I think that this keyword is doing good, then I can also increase the amount for it. Okay, so as you can see, this is what is the bidding strategy basically. I have increased the amount here because I thought, I could find that this keyword is doing well, right? So likewise, if next time when I come here, I find that this keyword is really not doing well and just eating up my ad budget, then accordingly I can either stop it or decrease the amount here as well. Okay. So I can decrease the bid here. So that's how you have to keep a track when you're doing some a manual CPC. You basically, it's very important that you keep a track as to how your keywords are performing, and according to that, you need to control the kind of bidding you're doing for each of the keywords. So that's very important. Yeah. Yeah. So that's about it. That's about the different type of bids, the different type of bids that happens. And yeah, so as you actually start doing your campaign, you will get used to it as to what kind of bidding strategy you should use, for which campaign you should use. Like I told you, when you're doing a fresh campaign, you should not jump into conversion straight away, because you have to you should ideally first start with a manual CPC. Okay, run the campaign for a few days, for 15 20 days. Again, it depends on what kind of budget you're getting, right? Ideally, if you've got a good budget, then you should definitely run it for about 1 month. We're doing a manual CPC, get a hang of it, because it's only when you're doing a manual CPC do you also learn, the different types of a hands-on experience. Because if you're doing straight away automated bid strategy, one is that that's not recommended, and also you are not keeping it, you're not doing too many things hands-on. And after you do your manual CPC, you come to know as to what is a good CPC for you. Then you next go for your automated bidding strategy in terms of conversions. And under automated bidding, you then select typically cost per action, and then you go to the conversions. But you do not straight away start a conversion bidding strategy. You should always start with the manual CPC, see how the campaign runs, understand the different keywords, bidding and all that, and then you jump to the next level, that is conversions. Yeah. So yeah, so that's about it as far as types of bids go. I hope you all understood it. And anyways, not that difficult. Of course, initially you will find it a bit difficult, but as you start doing your campaign practically, like I showed you, be it for search or your display campaign, you will get a hang of it. Of course, it's going to take some time, but you need to take baby steps every day. Doing what do you say? Doing campaigns practically, and then rest, as it becomes a habit, it will become quite easy. Okay, so thanks for now, and yeah, see you soon again. Bye.